Plymouth Argyle have announced the signing of 23-year-old Nigerian striker Muhamed Tijani. Am I saying that right? Is it
Yeah,
Tijani?
correct. Tijani. You can't go with TJ.
TJ. Okay, we'll call him TJ. On
Yeah.
loan from Slavia Prague with an option to buy. I'm delighted to be joined by Ojora Babatunde. I hope I've not butchered your name there. A Paris-based sports journalist who you first broke the story of TJ's impending transfer to Home Park. You know TJ quite well, right? You're good friends, aren't you?
He participated at the World Cup in 2019 in Poland. So I've been following him since then. So I covered his game in some of the games in Czech as well. So I was with him 2 months ago in Czech when they played against Milan. They played some group games against, I can't remember now, but they played a couple of games. So I saw him doing the games and we've been cool since then.
How did the move come about? Because it's a bit of a rogue one. I don't think anybody saw it coming.
Yeah, I mean, even I myself, I didn't see that coming. But when I got a hint from his close pals, so I called him and was like, "Yeah, it's happening, but let's keep it under the carpet for now." So that was why I didn't release the name in the first place. But we've always known it's Plymouth. But we're glad that it's finally happened now.
Yeah, it's good. But yeah, obviously you've been watching him for quite a while. You've stuck a few clips up of him on Twitter, in which he says that people say that he plays like Drogba, and some people say he plays like Ibrahimovic. How would you compare him in your your time watching him?
He's a decent striker, and I'm sure I can say to you, he's a fantastic acquisition for Plymouth. Uh, he's been It's been up and down in the past couple of months because when he joined us,
Mm,
since he joined Slavia, he hasn't been getting a lot of play time. But overall, the
yeah,
games I've seen him play has been fantastic. Like the stats are there without saying anything. When he was in Banik Ostrava, scoring 43 goals in 40 games, he's fast. He's got this natural striker instinct. Go after the ball, even outside the 18 yards, and returning back, trying to fall behind the defender's shoulders. So that's a good one, and I'm sure you'll be bringing all that to Plymouth as well.
yeah. I was going to say from there aren't many. I won't lie. There aren't many YouTube clips of him, but the few that I have watched, he seems quite good at holding the ball up and using his head. Is that something that we can look forward to, like a sort of a hold up striker who could bring people into play, or is he more like you said, gets in behind off the shoulder, or is he a bit of both?
It's a bit of both. And the reason why some people say he plays like DJ Drogba is we all know how Drogba, gets the ball in the chest, allow the wing
Mm,
players to come, then, release the passes. He does that as well. And it's
nice.
because of the height as well, it's an advantage for him. He uses his shoulder and the head very well. So he will definitely be adding that to the attack as well. Hold up play, spreading the ball to the wings, and also when needed to keep the ball for players to arrive. He does that a lot with Czech, and I'm sure he's going to be doing that in Plymouth as well.
I was going to say in those clips, he says to get ready for goals, and the aim is to score 20 plus, and that's very much doable. That's a bold claim to come into the championship and say that you're going to get 20 goals. Can you see him doing that? Can you see him stepping up to the championship that well?
That's a bold statement because you
Yeah.
hardly get strikers to come on and tell you they're setting the target of 20
Mm,
goals in a league they've
yeah.
not played before. But I think
Mm,
he's looking at he looked at how it's been in the past and how he managed to adapt to the Czech league. Obviously, he also mentioned that the championship it might be the second division league in England, but it's among the best leagues in the world. I mean, there are some leagues in Europe that their first league are not even as good as the championship. And for him, he's watched some clips. He has seen how they play there. He will adapt fine. It's just about him now settling in the team very, very well. But I think he will adapt, and 20 goals is very, very doable, like he said. I see him getting a double figure this season, if you ask me.
yeah. Okay. Well, I look forward to that. I'm gonna go down the bookies and try and get the odds on Tijani to
Yeah.
be top goal scorer in the championship. You mentioned obviously the goal scoring and the lack of opportunities at Slavia Prague. Is that purely why his numbers are so low? Just like opportunities off the bench were just few and far between, or it doesn't look
Yeah,
like he was getting an awful lot of minutes.
yeah, in my opinion, because Slavia's got a lot of players that represented Czech in the just going in the ongoing Euros. So,
Mm.
couple of the strikers, maybe two or three strikers, if I'm not mistaken, plays in Czech national team. So I think it's only normal to get them up to speed for the Euros. So, which I think is a victim of. But then overall, strikers sometimes you get 5 minutes, you bang in the goals, but
Mm.
sometimes you just need time to settle in, get the players to know you very well. And I think that played a part in him not scoring a lot of goals in Slavia Prague. But now, let's see if you get a chance 60, 70 minutes or thereabout, and the goals will keep coming.
Yeah, obviously, hopefully he gets that chance. So under our new head coach in Wayne Rooney, how much did the hiring of Wayne Rooney influence his decision to come to Plymouth? Because obviously, I can imagine as a striker, you really want to play under the best strikers in the world. Do you know how much influence Rooney had on his
Oh,
decision?
I think Rooney calling him also played a very, very vital role because off camera, we talked about how he can learn from Rooney in person. We've got players where you see you play under someone like a coach that that has been there, that he saw everything as a striker or as a defender. But him now coming as a striker playing under Rooney, Manchester United legend, England legend, a legend of the game. So
Mm.
off the record again, he said Rooney has told him, okay, I saw these clips, you can do this, you could have done this better, you can do this. And he said, oh, just with 2 minutes speaking with him, I could tell, yes, this is someone that will really, really improve me, and I'm ready to improve under him as well.
Yeah, that's absolutely class. Obviously, the we have an option to buy. Do you have any sort of rough idea of what that figure could be? Or I feel like
uh,
you know, but you're not allowed to say.
I'm not allowed to say, but
Okay.
but TJ is a player that is ready to give everything to stay. I mean, if Plymouth decide to trigger the option, it will not be on Plymouth. But him personally is ready to give all and see what happens in the future at the moment. But at the moment, he's ready to give it all.
Yeah, nice. Before we wrap this up, I don't know if there's anything else you want to add, but before we do, obviously, just let people know where they can find you and where they can, how they can follow you on Twitter and stuff.
Yeah, it's my Twitter handle is OJB Sport, but I'll just say, Plymouth fans should ready for another incredible Nigerian striker. We've been known to produce top strikers from the days of Kanu to Bafemi Martins, Yakubu. Now we've got this Victor Oshimen, Victor Boniface as well. These are players that, quality strikers that will add anything to any player. So I have a feeling our main man, TJ, is coming to probably become a cult hero in Plymouth. I have that strong feeling, and hopefully, I'm right about that.
He's played in the under 21 the under 20 setup for Nigeria. Do you see him making that leap eventually?
Of course, of course. I mean,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
goal is to play in the national team. So I had an interview with him in Czech where he talked about knowing how blessed we are up front. I'm talking about the Super Eagles of Nigeria. But he said when the chance comes, he will be ready to take it with both hands, and he's working hard to definitely get the call up.
Absolutely brilliant. Thank you. Appreciate your time. I'll keep it short and sweet because obviously we know you've got to fly off. You've got an impromptu
Yeah.
trip you have
Thank
to
you.
get to. So
Thank you so much for
short
your
and sweet,
time, man.
but really appreciate it. Thank you.
All right,
Cheers, mate.
man. So, yeah, cheers. Take it easy,
Bye.
man.